I was texting my buddy and I was telling him, like, look, I literally feel like my veins have electricity going through them. This is insane. No joke. This is not hyperbole. I felt so good. And why did I feel so good? Okay, two reasons. One, a little bit of placebo. And number two, starting in the stomach, there was this thing happening throughout my entire body on a low level, continuing to affect me, and that was called chronic inflammation. Also, chronic inflammation plays a key role in asthma, allergies, acne, eczema, depression, ADHD, mood swings. Do I have your attention now? Are you moody? Now, for me, I had energy levels up and down. I had breakouts, all these little chronic issues happening throughout my body, and I couldn't really put a finger on it. I'm like, what's going on? Why are these things happening? I'm eating healthy. I have a pretty good diet. Like, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. Maybe I could fix a little bit. You're probably like me, where you think you have a really good diet, but you really don't. And I'm going to break down some of the things that I cut out during this period and why that really worked and helped alleviate a lot of these underlying issues that I had that some people would never even connect to food. So because I was eating a salad every once in a while and a smoothie here and a smoothie there, you know, I'd eat some fruit and I'd eat some veggies, and I'm like, oh, I'm being pretty healthy. And then I got to the point where I really fell off of that more and more and more as time went on, and I got more stressed, and I started using food almost as a dopamine hit to just make myself feel better when I was stressed from work or something else was happening. And it got to the point where I remember favoring getting food delivered from P. Terry's midnight after a long day of work, and I ordered 2 double cheeseburgers and some fries and just sitting down and eating them as fast as I possibly could. I ate food so fast, and I ate both of those cheeseburgers, double cheeseburgers, and the fries, passed out immediately afterwards, woke up with night sweats, like terrified, like what is going on? Is my body shutting down? Like I feel terrible. That was the moment when I finally woke up and realized I can't keep doing this. And I found a book that my buddy gave me. It was called It Starts With Food. Started reading. I read it the whole thing, the entire weekend. All I did was read that book. All I cared about, all I talked to my girlfriend about was that book. That was it. And how could I really fix this? What could I do to make myself feel better? When you have chronic systemic inflammation, this is happening on a low level. It's barely there. You barely even notice it. You don't even notice it because it's been happening so long. The foods you're eating are kind of getting past some of your gut systems, getting into the rest of the systems in your body, creating all of this systemic inflammation. Now go ahead and smash like if you want to get rid of chronic systemic inflammation. Let's go. Now I'm not going to go to the details. If you guys want to get the science or the specifics on this, you can go read It Starts With Food, and you can break down every single part that's eliminated from this diet and why it's eliminated, what it does specifically. The whole idea of this diet is we want to reduce all the inflammation that we possibly can so that your body, when it has an issue, instead of being tired, like it's been at the gym for 7 days a week for a year, instead of being super tired, your immune response is powerful. I'm trying to simplify it, make it very, very simple for you. But what this tells you is that this is hugely important, so you can make your own decision. So what is this diet? This diet is nothing but an experiment where you understand how does your body react without all these things? What do you feel like? And then when you re-implement this stuff, how do you react? The other thing that's extremely important to your overall health is not just the food that you're eating, but the habits that you have around food. So how many of you, for example, are eating while you're watching TV, or you're eating while you're on your phone, or you're in a rush and you just scarf down food? Bad. That was me. Bad. Okay? Don't do it. Why? Because there's a couple of things that are very, very vital to your digestion. First off, you don't want to be drinking water while you're eating a meal, okay? Because this actually makes the stomach acid in your stomach more diluted and less potent when you're trying to digest your food. If you're dehydrated, yes, drink water while you're eating, but try to get hydrated at least 30 minutes before a meal. And then when you eat, you're going to be able to digest the actual food better. Number two is make sure that you're eating and chewing your food slowly. This is a huge thing for me. I never did this. I was always in a rush. It was a race for me. It was a race to eat as fast as I could. I literally thought, oh, I have a 20-minute window before my brain knows that I'm full, so let's get it all eaten right now. And that's a terrible strategy because your saliva has these enzymes. And if you're not giving it enough attention and chewing very adequately, your stomach and your gut is doing so much more work, and that causes a lot more issues. The next thing, and this is really key, most people don't know this, is do not eat before going to bed. You need at least 3 hours before you go to bed where that's the last thing you eat. Now, if you're a midnight snacker and you got a carb craving and you're just like, ooh, I need something sweet at the end of the night, and you just can't help it. At the end of the night, all of a sudden, that was me. I was just had all these carb cravings. I had to go eat something sweet right before I went to bed. If you get those things dialed in, then you're starting to do the Whole30 properly. So what is the Whole30? The Whole30 is very simple. It's an elimination diet. It basically is the paleo diet. This is just a 30-day version of going really hard on it. You're going to eat unprocessed meat, seafood, eggs, veggies, sweet potatoes, fruit, limited nuts, seeds, except for peanuts, that's a legume, some oils, ghee, coffee, and tea. Yep, that's it. So if you want to check out all the stuff it eliminates, it's going to be stuff like alcohol, added sugar, dairy, legumes, grains, seed oils, processed anything, and you're even limited from eating junk food that has compliant ingredients. So you can't go make up your favorite, pizza with all this like paleo food. So you do this for 30 days and see how you feel. And the whole purpose is, how do you feel afterwards? Because if you don't feel any different, guess what? Don't do this diet. You don't need it. But if you feel a huge improvement, then at the end, you just start reintroducing these things that you've eliminated one by one and seeing how you feel. How does it feel when you start to drink alcohol again? How does it feel when you start to reintroduce dairy, to reintroduce legumes, grains, gluten, things like that? And you get to just do a guinea pig test on yourself, on your body, because it's different than everybody else's. Person who has a dairy intolerance is going to be highly affected by this diet. Dairy don't sit well with me, and it's something that I don't want to partake in anymore, which is too bad because I love cheese. Okay, so what was my experience? Finally, let's get to it. Come on already. All right, so the first couple days, I was craving some carbs, some sugar. I needed something. It wasn't enough. Definitely some challenges in the first couple of days. After that, about basically like day 3 to 5, I think I had some placebo going on because I felt so good, and I had no idea really why. I was like, I guess it's this diet. I just feel so good. Either that or my body was just thanking me for giving it a break from all this, inflammation, basically. I literally felt unstoppable. I could think very clearly. Felt like a big fog had been lifted. Like I could just do more. After day 5, it started to go back and forth between really kind of craving a cheeseburger and then feeling great and not wanting anything. And then it really tapered off and just consistently didn't really have any ups and downs. I just had consistent energy throughout the day. There was less cravings. I was less hungry throughout the day, and then I didn't crave that snack at the end of the night right before bed. I was fine. I was fine with eating a lot less, honestly. I didn't have these carb cravings. And then I was able to think more clearly, and I probably generally felt 15 or 20% better just on average. I just felt very clear. I could think clearly. I didn't have any headaches. I didn't have any brain fog. I just felt really, really on point. So the end result, I lost 5 pounds. My pants fit me. Awesome all around. Super happy with the results. Specifically, it was around my abdominal fat. So if you have abdominal fat, you want to get rid of that, this is a no-brainer. Also, de-stressing in your life, doing some meditation, that's going to help you, get rid of some abdominal fat, okay? That's huge. Now, you may have doubts. You may think, oh, this is too challenging. Oh, I like to eat out. Oh, I don't want to give up ice cream. I don't want to give up these things. Well, look, it's not really like you're giving it up. It's like you're taking a break and just evaluating. I mean, it just doesn't have to be something that you stick to. You could just do this for scientific purposes to see how you react to it, how you feel, and decide whether you want to implement ice cream in your life or not. It at least educates you so you can be informed. So you're walking through life not wondering how your body's reacting to things or guessing. So that's the real win I'd leave you guys with, is just educating yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go research the paleo diet in general. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I really want to hear your feedback as well. Is this something you're going to implement? Yes. Or are you on the fence? I still have some questions. I got to check out the science. I'm going to do some more research. Or 3, are you just like, ooh, I cannot do this diet. There's no way I could give up those foods. There's no way I'm going to do that. That sounds too tough. Let me know. I want to hear about it. And if you got value from this, guys, please subscribe. That'd be a huge, huge thing for me. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon, and best wishes.